Everybody, welcome back to another recap of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way.
Mm-hmm.
We are here with a brand spanking new season.
Yes.
As of course, we're here on YouTube, so like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with all your friends, family, even coworkers this time, because they need to get caught up on the mess that is 90 Day Fiancé.
And Jade and XD.
Yeah,
More
yeah,
so.
yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, season 7, episode 1, C'est la vie. I realize we've been with these young folks since the beginning. Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was like 6 years. That's a long periodically time. But you know,
It just continues to solidify the fact
yeah.
that we keep working for
Where would you
free.
like to? I know. Where would you like to begin?
Mm. Let's I wanna knock out Madeleine from Medellin and Silky Shocky. Silky
Brokey.
Sonic. Silk
Yeah.
Sonic.
Oh, what did we call him last time?
That's what I
I
was
called
trying to
him Macklemore.
Macklemore!
Yeah, yeah,
This time I kept calling him Silk Sonic, Sonic Boom. I was calling because I said he
yeah.
looks
It
like a white
was.
boy who would be in Silk Sonic.
Yeah, a Macklemore. That is
Mm-hmm.
because it's not Macklemore, it's
Macklemore.
Macklemore.
We have
I
to put
was like,
a teeny bit of
yeah,
respect just because he's on the right side of politics.
yeah, yeah. But
you,
that still don't mean that don't look like
you
him.
know I
But
don't give white men too much now. Let's be clear.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. So, for sake of all this, because my note says in parentheses recaps the relationship. So we saw them last season.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at the time, she was 18, 19,
19.
and he was 19, and he was not that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
He was 49.
yeah, he is. He lived in LA, or he's living in Los Angeles, and he met, as you see in the episode, he met her on a boys' trip. Um, they downloaded a dating app and found her, swiped right, and began the greatest love affair, right?
Girl, I told you.
Problem is,
My mother.
oh, the problem is the fact that he overpromises and underdelivers. He has gone broke for her. He has
Mm-hmm.
bought a whole bunch of things in Colombia in hopes to impress her or have something pop off financially, but it never does. Like, he invested in a jewelry company and a sunglasses company, both big ugly, by the way, and both big broke. Like, they're not pulling in any money.
They weren't pulling any money when we
Uh,
first met them. They're not pulling any money now, and they're not gonna pull in any money with
no,
tariffs and a deep,
no.
deep depression.
Yeah, and ultimately they were ugly. Like, he was charging like an exorbitant amount of money for ugly sheen sunglasses.
It was the equivalent. It just everything's happening right now. It was the equivalent of what's Montana Mills in those $1,000 Alibaba sneakers.
Hmm.
Uh huh.
Hmm.
Uh huh. AliExpress,
No.
excuse me. Um, I had a horrible thought because the minute that they came on the screen, I was like, I'm old enough to be this girl's mother, and she irritates. She irritates the life out of me, and I understand that my irritation is mine in my own judgment, in my own. I fully
Mm.
am very self aware about that. But the thought was, I just watched that catfish teen documentary, and while the
Hmm.
whole time I kept saying, "This is some straight up and down Caucasian crazy." If she was my daughter, I'd catfish her. She might be the caveat. She might be the one. She might be the one. The one caveat to that.
um, but I can see why you say that because now she believes I mean, she's 20. She thinks she's Crystal LaBeija now. She's a pageant
Oh
girl.
my gosh, she does think she is
Um,
in the House of LaBeija.
yeah, yeah. She loves and lives for the applause and the attention. She won a pageant, and now it's no
Yeah,
looking back.
yeah, yeah.
Um, you know. Now, last time they were on last season. It's been about a year since we have seen them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the last time he was in Colombia because last season he had to leave. He lied to her and said that he was going to end up staying, but it wasn't because he had $21 to his name,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to go back to work. And I want to point out he got fired from his job for being in Colombia too damn much because of her.
Because of her. And the thing, and
Yeah.
this is not, uh, this is not a softness for him. Like, I have no defense of him whatsoever, because you made choices and very stupid ones. But I will say, for the sake of telling this story, he keeps telling this girl. He lied initially,
I ain't
then
got
he
it like
finally
that.
told her, I don't have it like that. This is the debt I'm in. This is all that's going on. And they're in the process of planning this lavish wedding. Because, like XD said, this girl, yeah, she thinks she is house mother. She showed up to their first date in Shein's finest in a fur coat. I don't know a world where a fur coat belongs in Colombia, but I've never been there. I don't know the climate. I can only assume. But that's how she showed up. You know, she is Cookie LaBeija is who she is. And he keeps telling her like, I am limited. I have to stay here to work. If I come there, I have no income coming in. She's like, okay, yeah, I don't want to hear all that. I need a helicopter so that when I enter my wedding, I come in style.
Yeah. Yeah. She is Queen of Delusion.
She's
And
20, is what she is.
she's 20. We do have a lot of young people on this season.
Mm-hmm.
We can buckle up. So she ultimately gives him an ultimatum to move. And because he's weak and doesn't want to lose the love of his vida, he, against his better judgment, he decides to pack up and move so they can get married in 3 weeks, and he's staying permanently.
This
Um,
she better be
so
like I don't know. She better be like turning into a pretzel while they in order for like I don't understand how you
you know
will.
what it is? Not even that. I think she probably like fake listens to him. Like I feel like he, I feel like this was sex tourism gone way too far
Uh
in
huh.
his eyes, right? I'm
Uh
not saying
huh.
in her eyes.
Uh huh.
Like in his eyes, like, oh, I get someone young and who will adorn me and prop me up because I don't get any play back in
L.A.
LA.
Mm-hmm.
And then she realized, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he
Mm-hmm.
realized this ain't me for real. And
Mm-hmm.
they figured out that they might try to work it out. Something
Yeah.
going way too far is the
Oh yeah, cause he met her on a boys
thing
trip
here.
where they all hopped on the
Mm,
apps, and they didn't hop on the apps for
mm-mm,
looking for relationships. So that's
no.
how he met her initially, and we know that many men, many men have an issue with aging. There's a
Mm-hmm.
delusion around aging, and a delusion around what they think they are entitled to romantically, um, which is
Yes.
a baby child that they can then
Mm-hmm.
mold and do whatever, and then also will pacify their little shit because they're getting what they want. So
Mm-hmm. Well, he links up with his father for advice, who I've named Crocodile Dundee. Um, because I know that he was like white Mexican because he said that last season.
Yeah,
But
Cuban
I
or
didn't
something like
expect
that.
like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I didn't expect like
Yeah, I said,
crikey,
is this man Australian, British, Scottish, Irish? I couldn't-
He was Australian. There was a
He's Australian.
didgeridoo. I heard it.
Okay.
Yeah. Um.
Oh my God, hold on,
So.
pause. Speaking of Australian,
Uh-huh.
there was a black lady on the internet talking about instead of oxtail, she got kangaroo meat that mimicked oxtail and she said surpassed it. And while I am a an avid carnivore, there's just certain animals that I'm like, I don't think I want to eat. Like, I don't want to eat a bear. I
I
don't
had
want to eat.
kangaroo.
You have. How was it? Gamey?
Mm-hmm. Gamey. Yeah. It wasn't like it. It was a steak. Obviously,
Oh,
like
you
a
had a steak.
tenderloin. It
Okay.
was. Yeah. It was. It was super gamey. It was very dry.
Whoa.
Um. And it was. I remember it was super. It was like this exotic. I was in Norwalk, Connecticut, and it was like this exotic meat platter. So it was kangaroo, elk, and ostrich.
Oh, ostrich was also very dry.
Uh, yeah, and all of them were dry to me. I was not interested. And then the
Mm-mm.
other people that were in our like party, they had alligator. It
I've
was
had that.
alligator,
That tastes like a mix between chicken and
rabbit,
shrimp. Rabbit is,
yeah,
like dark
and
chicken.
yeah, and rattlesnake.
I don't want to eat a snake.
Yeah, no, I was like, this is enough for me. I was like, well, elk, I know they serve at burgers and stuff, so I was kind of okay. And ostrich, I was like, okay, bird, sure. Kangaroo was the one I was like, hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Like I was on TikTok the other day, and somebody in their respective country, they were cooking up camel hump,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Mm-hmm.
did it in like a tandoori situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and they made, and he sliced it up. That shit looked like um octopus and. And I was like, it looks succulent and juicy, but I just don't have the concept of like what is camel hump. You know
Yeah,
what I
like
mean?
what?
Like I
Let
don't
me
know
see. Hold on.
because it was white. It was like strips of white. I need to
What
show it to
does
you. Um, but it was fascinating to
camel
me.
hump taste like? It's a mild flavor, often compared to beef, lamb, or a well marbled steak, sometimes with a slightly gamey or sweet aftertaste.
Yeah,
It's considered a
yeah.
delicacy in certain cultures, especially in the Middle East and China, where it's slow cooked, roasted, or grilled to allow the fat to melt and create a melt in your mouth experience.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
That's exactly what happened. And I was like, this is fascinating.
I be feeling like this is the only time where imposter syndrome really like kicks up for me, cause I'm like,
Mm.
I am a chef and I should want to taste everything, and yet
Nah,
I
nah,
turn
nah,
4 years
nah,
old when I hear certain stuff. I'm like, ew, no, I don't want it. Like,
Listen, there's boundaries. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
these are
There are
my
certain things that you know, like,
I
mm,
don't know. And when people come with the argument of like, well, you eat cow, yeah, well, that's my choice. Like, I choose the cow. The cow
yes,
chose me. You know what I'm saying? I'm
your
familiar.
body, your choice, friend. I
Right.
totally understand.
Right. These are my eating
Like,
abortion rights. Like,
yeah, like I know, like
oh,
I don't want to ever eat like horse.
I
Like
don't want
unless if I'm in
horse.
a dire situation where like we're at the end of the world and
I
that's
just
all I have
I
to
just don't
eat, and
have a
even then
desire
I'm
for
just like, well,
horse. I don't want lizard.
yeah,
Have I had alligator? I have, but I don't want lizard. Does it make sense? Probably
yeah.
not, but it makes sense to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, alligator chili. It's a thing, you
Oh no,
know.
I just had
It
fried alligator.
oh, well, people make grind it and make it like a chili um in the certain parts of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some swampy parts.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, where a lot of white people are missing teeth. You know what I mean? But
And
anywho,
they were
back to
sisters.
this. Yeah, yes. Twin Peaks, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So he apparently he went to business school, but like wisdom evades him like
Oh. Oh.
crazy because with all his failed businesses, he decides to tell Dundee that he done bought property. He's also a huge gentrifier. We forgot to mention
Yep.
because he bought apartment and flipped it to a short term rental. We all
Mm-hmm.
know how
Yep.
bad that can be.
Yep.
And now he's trying to build a hotel resort, hotel motel Holiday Inn situation
Mm-hmm.
with no money.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a very big gentrifier, and his daddy was like, how you go to business school but you don't have no business? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
He's like, did you learn the opposite? Like, what? I don't, because your
yeah,
decisions are piss poor. Um,
yeah,
but ultimately, ultimately they're planning their wedding. He's still gonna move on with this shit, and it's a terrible, terrible idea.
yeah. That was him.
Yeah.
Let's move on to somebody new.
Okay.
Um, not who I want to end with. My new fave. Um,
I.
my new fave. But we'll move on to young Maga and ruin your life because
Oh,
her life is about to be wrecked,
another demon dick.
ruined. Yeah, and as soon as I saw him, I mean, I wasn't attracted, but as soon as I saw the look, I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
you're about to ruin this lady's life.
Not only that, let me start this off by saying,
Chloe and Jonathan, we're talking about.
yeah, Chloe, she's 23. She's from Boxford, Massachusetts, which is near Boston, apparently. And Jonathan, he's 32 and he's from Aruba, a Dutch colonized Caribbean island. uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
which is, I say that for a reason, and I'll get to that in a minute. Um, I have been on many a girl's trip, many, many, many a girl's trip to many islands, many destinations, and there's always a gaggle of men who work through tourism, whether it be on boats or resorts or whatever the case is. And their job is to make sure that you have a good time. And if they are so inclined and you are so inclined, oftentimes, not always, because I've met some very happily married ones who talked about their wives the whole time. Beautiful. But if you are so inclined and they are so inclined, they will bump uglies with you. They will. It's not hard, as it's not
Hmm.
with most. But I say all that to say, God bless her. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we have a homegirl in the very beginning of this of from the baby track -000. We have a homegirl rushing to tell her friend she is making a big mistake to
Code
read the
red.
literature.
Code
Okay.
red. Bitch.
Yes, yes. We've never opened, and the person that was opening was not the main person. It was a side character coming to warn. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Your ain't no
Yeah,
good.
yeah, he's no good, no good. So, as we said, Chloe is a very young gal.
Yeah.
She was a toddler and tiara type
Uh
child.
huh.
She was the pageant princess
Mm-hmm.
and turned into a cheerleader, competitive cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she works she works with her mother as a sales rep.
Yes.
Her mother has her own business.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to point out that Chloe herself earned six figures. Um, her mother and father got divorced when she was young, and so her mother primarily raised her. And so
Mm-hmm.
her mother is her bestie, and so she provided like all the things, and she's a little princess, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so as Jade said, one day her and her girls, they went on a girls' trip to Aruba, and she went on a booze cruise, and that's when she met Jonathan,
Mm, mm, mm.
who is too old for her.
Absolutely.
So, what's interesting here is the fact that because she has, I guess, the income, she's able to go to Aruba often. So she seemingly sees him like monthly from what it looked like,
Yeah,
or
and it also
very
seems
frequent.
like this is her mother's, like this might be their vacation spot.
Uh-huh.
So that's how her and her
Mm.
girls ended up going there, because her mother was like, "Girl, we've been there many times," and so I was like, "Oh, this must be their place."
Or she got an import export business.
They
That's
said she has a
also a
shipping
thing.
something or other. It was something with shipping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, she's sitting with her mother, and her mom is trying to give her the real, like, you're not going. Her mother's honest with us, and she was like, I spoiled not so many words, but she was like, I raised her privilege. She's a little princess.
Uh-huh.
She not gonna make it, and so she tries to soft tell her Chloe, like, girl, things are very different. It's
Yeah.
when you're living there, it's not like you're living at the resort, honey. It's very different,
Now, this is, I'm
and
so sorry to cut you off, but it was this moment. This is what I was talking about at the very top of this, where I said this is a Dutch colonized island,
mhm.
because her mother was speaking as if Aruba has no hot water infrastructure.
Yeah.
You're gonna take cold showers every single day, and and I never wear pants there. Of course, you don't. You're on a resort. You never wear. Why would you need pants? And why would you? And I was like, you know, not only do the independent islands, do they have some infrastructure issues because of how this world is set up, and injustice and so forth? Yes, but they still have hot water. They still have lives that continue to live every single day. It's like white people who talk about how try to talk about slavery in a positive manner, where they're like, well, we came and gave them a transportation system. It's like, bitch, what you thought? You thought was dragging their asses on the ground like dogs before you came along? Like, what did you think was happening? So I thought that important to mention. And Dutch colonized is even more important to mention, because they have really invested even more so in their infrastructure. So it just always blows me when people like this speak as if nobody outside of their circle or their world lives in a quote unquote civilized manner. It's just like,
That's why I hate the term like second and third world countries. Like I hate that. Like
mm-hmm,
compared to what? Compared to America? Compared to China or parts of China? Like, you know what I mean?
right.
Like there are parts of America that are developing. If you ask me,
Uh,
um,
have you?
you know what I mean? Like,
I've been to Indiana.
mm,
You can't. That
mm-hmm,
is seventh world.
mm,
So
yeah, yeah.
curb
That
it.
is middle. That's Middle Earth.
It
You know
really
what I mean?
is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. So, my girl is very young because she was like, "What are you gonna do?" And she's like, "I'm just gonna wing it." And that was her quote. "I'm just gonna wing it." Vibes. Um.
Mm, mm, mm.
So remember we said her homegirl was, being a speed demon down the Merritt Parkway trying to get to her, right? So, or was it? Oh, 91. Yeah, I-91. So her name is Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jennifer is also a little older than her,
Mm-hmm.
but she also is married to Jonathan's neighbor
Yes.
from childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So her husband, knows this in and out.
Yeah.
And Jennifer was like, my say, it's cool if you just trying to on him, have your fun, but move
But
your
this ain't what you want,
relationship,
babe. This
move
ain't
it.
what you want.
This ain't it. So she squirts up to the crib, and um because she needs to let her know about Jonathan, because apparently um before all of this, Jonathan has a reputation. So a couple of months ago, he went on a boys trip to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't a boys trip.
Mm-hmm.
He took a whole to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And his excuse was, well, actually, this is my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in an open relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And because Chloe is 23, she chose and I don't want to put it on being 23, because there are people who are 33, 43, and so on who would make the same stupid decision
And even at 23,
to
while I
turn
was
a
doing
blind
dumb,
eye.
I there was certain that I just knew was like real dumb. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
I
yeah.
just wasn't having. I knew it was a lie. I knew it was some. You know what I mean? So like, no, you don't get to just. No, we don't get to put everything on being 23. But this girl has been. Remember, she's been sheltered and protected. And the only thing her mother did say that I agreed with was, she said, "You're moving to another country for a pirate."
Hmm.
Because
Who
that's
who 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 gonna love you? You know.
and this is she. Are you gonna be a pirate too? And she said, "What might
Yeah,
be? I don't know."
that's what she said. I'm gonna wing it. She down and like in most other circumstances, I'd be like, "That's real admirable, Queen." However, just not here. You
When
have your whole life ahead of you.
she said that man told her, "I'm in a relationship, but it's an open relationship." That's that one. I was under the impression we were in a relationship and this is
Yeah,
not open.
we.
So, and even
No.
after this, and even after this blatant warning from her homegirl, again, who is married to his homeboy from childhood, the homeboy is the one who was like, deliver this message, girl. There are tons of to on a weekly basis. Do you hear me? They pour in and out for these girls' trips. This is not what she wants to do. She passed that message and she said, I'm good. I'm still going to try it anyway. So we will see.
Yeah. Uh, we do have more couples coming that we're going to meet in a future episode, but
Mm-hmm.
let's go back to some old friends of ours.
Yeah.
They're the couple that started us watching this show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do want to recap their relationship as much to our memory, because they left out a lot, and
They didn't.
reminded us
They've
some.
moved iteration so many times that I think some of the other iterations we don't watch is where some of the other stuff was covered.
Got it, got it,
Mm-hmm.
got it. So, in 2011, um, Jenny met Sumit online.
Mm-hmm.
He was catfishing her, uh, and with a model pic from like AliExpress or whatever.
Yeah. It was an
And
H&M model from
yeah,
Dubai.
she discovered it, and he has the gift of gab and convinced her to stay. And they eventually continued on their relationship. Um, she did go to India
Mm-hmm.
to meet him and hang out with his family, who enjoyed her. Um, they were not under the impression that that was their son's girlfriend. They just thought she was an American expat who, was just touring.
Yep.
A few years later, Jenny decides to pack up all her things from Palm Springs, California. And at this time, she was 60.
Yeah.
And she decided to leave Palm Springs. And her family, her dog, her daughter. She gave up her Social Security. That was a big part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And
Stupid.
moved to India.
Mm-hmm.
Sumit ended up living with her for a while, and she was confused as to what was going on. And come to find out that she was being catfished again because Sumit was actually married. And how she discovered this was because people came to her where she was living in the middle of the night.
Ran up in India. Do you hear me? Everybody came in the crib. The in-laws, the outlaws. Everybody came in the crib. And also,
Yeah.
don't forget to note, Sumit got married like during their relationship. So while they were dating,
Yes.
Sumit had gone through this whole arranged marriage process.
Right. So, his wife comes to her as a woman. And Indianly, you know what I mean? And was like,
Hello, Barbara.
so you my, yeah, hello. This is Shri. You know? So the whole family came up and and so
That's
they
comedy gold.
her.
I'm sorry. That's comedy. I'm sorry. Woo. Okay. Okay.
So they approach her in the middle of the night and they let her know that he is married.
Uh-huh.
And that they did not know that she was Sumit's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And all that. And his mother, Sadhna, was very, very upset about the whole ordeal.
Yeah.
She hated Jenny because of the fact that she thought that she had engendered a friendship with Jenny when she first came to India.
So she felt
and she
deceived.
was like, "You were my friend,
Yeah.
and you deceived me because you're trying to f on my son.
On my
And I don't like
child.
that.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I don't
let's
you are my age.
Exactly.
Or you're older than me.
Let's be clear. You are 30 years my child's senior. So ageism exists, and then there's also like now if you continue to watch them, and if we remember from previous seasons as well, Jenny suffers from no, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, blah blah blah, disclaimer. Jenny suffers with some form of arrested development. Even the way that she speaks.
She's from the desert.
I know, she's from Florida.
She's from Palm Springs, California.
Oh, wait. Why do I always put her in Florida?
I don't know. She looks the type.
Yeah. But she's like, your mom has so many rules. Your parents hate me. And I'm like, yeah, because not only are you old enough to be his mother, you're old enough to be his mother at it, like an older mother age. Like...
The grandma's the baby. You know what I mean?
You're not even a young mother in her 20s. You like regular mid-sized mother. I had a baby at 30. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So, Jenny, for whatever reason, ends up staying. They work it out. They get married against his parents' will.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up living in India happily ever after, kind of.
Yep.
And that brings us where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
Because color the world shocked when Jenny and Sumit got on camera and we pan to the right and Sadhna is sitting with them in the confessional. His mother.
Yeah.
Sadhna, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny is now 67. She has spent almost all of her 60s in India.
Mm-hmm.
Sumit is now 36.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed because of this little fake Robin Thicke song that was playing.
I was like, the little R&B song at the top of
while he was getting his shape up, getting fresca,
Oh yeah, because
like,
Sumit got himself, he got himself some hang time now.
Mm-hmm.
He grew them locks out.
Mm-hmm. he also got his together too. I appreciated that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and all that
Mhm.
because Jenny was right there with him and his mama.
Mhm.
Apparently, he finally got what he wanted.
Mhm.
His mama and his wife to get along.
And his mother hates his hair. Jenny loves it because, he's giving her some sort of teenage love affair fantasy. This is my.
She's dyed her hair too. She
She
is
dyed
a
her hair.
dark-haired baddie.
Yeah, she's a
Hmm.
brunette now. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, so that's that's their backstory. Now,
Yeah.
they've been living their little happily ever after for the last couple years now that they have his family's acceptance and all of that. And actually, I was laughing too at the way that Casadna was the last on board. Remember, we met Sumit's brother and his sister-in-law. They was cool with Jenny. His father was apparently fine with her after a while. Sadna was holding on strong though, like this is wrong. But
Yeah.
in order for
Bitch, you were
some
my friend.
right, she was a friend of
Yeah.
mine. She slept
Yeah.
with my
Yeah.
son.
Mhm.
So she Sadna had to get on board for some unity within the familia. You know what I mean? So fast forward to present day, Samit lost his job. They live in an apartment that they like. It's in a gated community. They was living their best life, and then he lost his job. So they have to move in with his parents. So now Jenny has to adapt to being a traditional Indian daughter-in-law, which comes with responsibilities. Some traditional, some based on
Yes.
the household.
Yes. Now
Mm-hmm.
we have seen how this goes before.
Mm-hmm.
Remember with
Mm-hmm.
back in Jaipur with Jin and
Oh yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
forget fitness guru
Mm-hmm.
guy
Mm-hmm.
where his where his brother cursed her something
Oh,
crazy.
his
Oh,
sassy
oh, that's the
brother.
other one. Oh no, that was the other one who got married to the the one who used to cut promos and curse him out every time. There was a crazy. Remember, they were in Jaipur a lot because there was one
There was the one
who
girl.
the old
Remember
lady.
there was the young girl with the little witchy one who
That's what I'm talking about.
uh-huh, with the sassy brother.
Yeah, with the
Mm-hmm.
sassy brother. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but anywho, Jenny is 67 and doesn't want to live with somebody's mama. She wants to be titties out, just with her man,
Yeah.
and I get it. And she's also like, he's also, my note says, he's only 6 years removed from living at home. She hasn't lived with her parents since the Civil War. So, like, I, there is a huge gap in how, you know, she hasn't lived with family.
Yeah. Outside of her own children she raised.
Right. I wonder if her daughter, and her wife are still together.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I do
Hmm.
wonder that. I hope so. They seemed
Yeah.
like to be a solid
Yeah.
family unit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, moving on, Jenny and Sumit end up linking up with his brother and sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Shri is
Mm-hmm.
his sister-in-law, and she, like, like in previous 90 Day Fiance iterations, the men folk do not disclose completely what it all entails of living in a traditional Indian household.
Like the history of the world, men do not
Yeah.
disclose the entirety of the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So she is like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I am old. All of your is my sons. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
doing that. Yada,
Mm-hmm.
yada, yada. And, you know, his brother sits him down and was like, you're going to have to get Jenny in line because I don't want my wife to do all the work because I know that she old and she can't work as hard.
And he
So,
also was
and
like,
Jenny don't want
Jenny don't. And his brother, what is happening? His brother is also like, listen here. My wife already had issues. She had issues coming in this,
to.
and
Yeah, she pledged.
now we not the favorites no more. Y'all are the favorites now. So if tell Jenny if she want to stay in mom's favor, she better get right or get left. And of course, Samita's like,
Okay.
yeah, she's old and settled in her ways. Like, I don't know about all that.
Bust them pots to make that chai, okay?
On the other side of things, Shri and Jenny are trying to shop for a family of 12 chai set. And Shri's like, girl, let me tell you, prepare yourself. Prepare
I
yourself.
just can't imagine preparing for that many people daily. Y'all don't have Uber Eats. Y'all don't. Yeah, I know y'all have DoorDash where y'all live, or some form of it.
What did they say? There's 6 of them? That's only 2
Yeah,
more than I have to prepare for 4.
I have to prepare for one other person. I hate doing that.
But imagine like having an obligation on it where it's like you must rise at 4 a.m. You must have my tea ready and clean the bottom of my feet. Like imagine having
Like, fuck
obligations
am I doing at 4:50? Sweeping.
Sweeping.
Like, moi, me, a whole me.
Up at 4:15. Sweeping,
Absolutely not.
sweeping the front
Sweeping.
porch.
Yeah,
Just because
sweeping
somebody
and
said you're not gonna be
dusting.
sleeping all day in my house.
Yeah,
Like what?
exactly.
Like I'm 70.
That's wild. Right. That's wild. I'm supposed to be enjoying the golden years of my life.
But this is her
Up here,
fault because you chose
sweeping.
this life. This life didn't choose you. You chose this. And Shree's like,
She did.
you got your work cut out for you because I was making chai and sweeping at 4:15, and that bitch said I wasn't doing nothing for her. So you know what I said? I'm gonna really show you what nothing is.
Yeah. And she protested. Shri went on strike. She's normal
She
way.
went up to the police
Yeah.
mom and said,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
"I'm not doing it."
I cannot believe it.
2020 was not a real year. It wasn't a real year.
That was not a real year. Like,
Oh my god. Oh my god. So there's a video. It was in one of the dispensaries in the city. And he's does the selfie and he's like, "Y'all, look at who's black ass is in here." And you hear him in the background.
oh, I saw.
You
I
saw talking about it smells good
Yeah,
in here. You were the same talking about I smell weed everywhere I walk in the streets in the city. We have to clean this up. You arrested thousands upon thousands of
for him that I can't say publicly, but
say it and bleep it.
Mayor.
You could call him because he also he looks like
Okay.
like a dickhead, like an actual
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
not
yeah.
used to the way that we know. He looks like not in the Philly, not in the Philly way. No, this looks like
Yeah,
a literal
yeah.
dickhead if you think about it.
Yeah, a bellend. Yes. You know.
Oh, I hate him so
But,
much.
Yeah. So, speaking of, did you see? Oh, you probably haven't seen the news. I definitely watched a man die today on camera. That was crazy. One of them conservative activists got shot on a college campus, and it was wild to see because they definitely hit him through the neck, and you see it was action movie like, and I was like, I know we have been desensitized to things. But I was like, that man is big dead. Like, that was crazy. But anywho, it was move day for Jenny and Sumit. And
I was like, what are you trying to do to me? Like, I don't like. You better be
I
happy I
was
don't
just
have that
letting you
little
know.
you got? Because like I don't.
I didn't think of it either. It's always to the left. I keep that thing on me at all times.
Okay. Oh, we sad now that the tiki torches are dying. Like,
No.
I am desensitized a little bit.
Yeah, because I was just watching the video. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I watched it from different angles, and I was like, damn, that's crazy.
I think I might.
I got to record now. Like,
Right?
that's exactly how my brain
Right?
works.
The only thing I could think of was to slide some oil to me. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
I'm stiff. I don't have it.
Yeah.
Not for y'all. Not for people who choose hate. I don't. I reserve my feeling for babies being blown up, not for people who literally go out of their way to choose hardship and evil for multitudes of people. Sorry.
That reminds me, I have something to share, but I'll do it the ABC show.
Patreon.
It's a horrible but 99, almost $1,000 tier story. That's how bad it is.
I can't wait.
So, Sumit.
Yeah.
Finally gets his dream coming true. He gets to live with his two main homegirls, his two main women in his life, his mom and his wife.
Yep.
And he thinks they gonna live there forever. And Jenny is like, you got another thing coming, you market buster.
Soon as you get a job, nigga. Soon as you get a job.
Right. So the movers come, and Sadna is spawning a nuke because Jenny has t-shirts since Woodstock that she has refused to let go. And so, in true mom fashion, Sadna just opens the bags to Jenny. She was like, you can't fit this. Here.
What is coffee time? Why do you have shirts that says coffee time?
Yes. What is Central Park? Like,
Niagara Falls. No, I don't. No Niagara Falls in India. My girl, get this out of my house. You're not about to be piling this up in my house.
All this junky shit about house. No.
Keychains! So many keychains! Like, what is shot glass? Why do you have 30?
Because she spawned a nuke when she found the rum bottle. She said, I need it for my migraine. She said, we have doctors for that.
I didn't know they don't drink.
I think that's a her thing.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, that don't feel... I don't know what Indian haram is, but that don't feel...
Yeah, but I think Sadna is a very specific type of gal. You know what I mean? And I think this is her microaggressions against
fair. Because let me tell you, the Bangladeshi community in New York love a Midori sour, baby.
Oh, even over here. Over here. They stay litty.
Okay, they love to get loose.
Mm-hmm. But last but very not least.
Pause. Hold on. And edit this out. Okay.
Last and very not least, we have a new couple.
Mm-hmm.
Manon and Anthony. Who I have named Madelein. She's Madeleine, all grown up.
We love our bread. We love our butter. Yeah. I love my wife. We love each other.
Yes. I can't call him Anthony, even though that's how she says it, but he is Anthony.
Yeah.
From Hicksville, California. But we'll get to that in a second.
Mm-hmm. He looked like Napoleon Dynamite's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Kip.
He also kind of looks like what's that man's name? Who's married to Courtney Cox? David Arquette, but like blonde.
I can kind of see that a little bit.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, he looks like a basic default white man.
Yes, and
But
yeah,
anywho,
he was probably a nerd in your in a class. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
he played Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Like, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
he just quiet kid most likely. Manon.
yeah.
So both she's 32, he's 33. She's from Marseille, France, and
Yes.
I've been to Marseille. Finally, I can say that I've been to Marseille. Marseille.
Mm.
I said once I went to Marseille, I said I'm cool. I ain't got to go back to Marseille. I had a. It was nice. It was beautiful. A lot of walking, a lot of tourism because they have a lot of museums and I feel like a ton of French history. If that's your thing,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying. It was a nice little,
It's not.
day that I spent there. But I don't need to. I don't. I'm not that invested in French history. I don't need to go back.
Mm.
I
I like the food. I like the language. I like some of the people, but the history, not really. I'm not invested in losers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or tyrants. You know what I'm saying? Free Haiti. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get
you
over it.
know what I
And
mean?
their government collapsed the other day. The French government collapsed yesterday. So yeah,
In the USA, accidentally bombed Qatar. Accidentally.
yeah,
Department of War. Like, what the are we
yeah.
living in? Like, what?
I
I said
hate
I hate action movies, God. Like, I told you.
it. This is a big action movie.
It
This is
is
the
my
big one.
own personal hell. Okay, I hate it
Yeah.
so much. But anyway,
Oh
Manon
yeah.
is a big girl from France, where we all know French culture comes with some, you know, judgments around body types and what you should and should not be. And she's always been a big girl. So she had a hard time growing up in society in general, which we know that's worldwide, but it's real bad there. So she had a hard time and always felt out of sorts. And she also has a really big personality on top of that. So
She's a good time.
she's a great time. She's a
Yeah.
great time. Go ahead, take it away.
Yeah. So she's having this plus size baddie photo shoot with
Mm-hmm.
all her bevy of bad bitches from LA.
Mm-hmm.
But little do they know this is her farewell photo shoot. So it's interesting how she got to LA. She um she started doing plus size modeling on social media and stuff, and then a photographer called her to come out to LA, and she never moved back.
Yeah.
And so she started her own agency. She works in corporate as a marketing um, executive,
Mm-hmm.
and through all that, she her purpose is to encourage plus size beauty and body acceptance and all
Mm-hmm.
that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So really, really positive, good things in the world. And then she met a man
Yep.
named Anthony from Corona.
Mm-hmm.
That was down here.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing wrong with him. I will say he grounds her
Mm-hmm.
because our girl is very
Mm-hmm.
lofty and has a larger than life personality.
Yes.
And she needs somebody to ground her because she wants to do everything and then some.
And
And he's like, slow down.
yeah, relax your nanny girl. He's a
Yeah.
stay-at-home dad
They have a baby.
actually. Yeah, he takes care of
Yeah.
their child at the house, and she is the primary breadwinner. Because once she got over
Mhm.
here, she started rolling and just didn't stop. So she's the primary
She
bed.
also likes nice things.
She does like nice things, not irrationally so, but she has accustomed
No, she
herself to a
just she don't want to go
particular.
back to the strip club.
Exactly. So, but they have decided, and I did relate to her here. She feels a bit detached from her child because she started working uh, very quickly after her baby was
Right
born.
after
And I had to go
like
back to
six
work
weeks.
6 weeks after Noah was
Yeah, she
born.
said 6 weeks too. Yeah,
And
it's horrible.
I felt not detached, but like I was like, there are experiences we should be having together that I feel like I'm missing out on. And she feels the same way. And, you know, they even had some images of like her trying to go for her baby and her baby's fighting to stay with the daddy because that's who he's with primarily. So she wants to be more bonded with her child, and France will give them an opportunity to swap roles and slow down in lifestyle. And, you know, will force her to slow down from this LA lifestyle that she's picked up.
Right. Now, the issue is that when they're going back to France, they're going to be living with her parents for a little bit, and that's
Mm-hmm.
bringing up some harsh feelings for her because her family has bullied her about her weight.
Yeah.
Um, and B, she was very bullied in school about her weight, and so it took a toll on her as naturally as it would,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she ain't never went back. And so she's feeling like, hopefully her family has moved on and accepted her as to who she is, and maybe she has some, better tools and ways to cope with, the judgment that she may receive back home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, her friends and I said the same thing. I was like, I don't know this lady, but you seem like a very LA gal to me.
Yeah.
Like she is a LA girly. She's
Yeah.
like a matcha. We go to yoga. I
Mm-hmm.
only wear like yoga pants
I
and
have
like
15 minutes in between meetings. Like, Mama is,
yes.
she is a lady. She is a lady about the city in her business.
Yeah. Yeah. And so her friends was like, girl, I don't know how you're gonna work this out. Cause she's like, I gotta go buy a home as soon as we get to France. She's got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're moving back to France because it'll be cheaper
Mm-hmm.
as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
They sold their house
Mm-hmm.
for $810,000 cash.
Yep.
They netted $88,000.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to sell their car. They lose 12K on it because they still owe 27,
Yep.
and the guy was only trying to buy it for 15.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've been stressing about money, and on top of her not being at home because of work, she feels as though like they're drifting apart. Well, they both feel as that way. Like France is also a way to save their marriage.
Yeah. Yeah. They just wanna invest more in their
Um,
family in general.
right, right. Like he wants a more simple life where she is a maximalist.
Mm-hmm.
So like they just don't see eye to eye on how they should be living their life, right?
Yeah.
And they're in a car, like driving back from after the bad news about Harry trying to sell their car, and she's just like, you know, I'm being punished for like wanting nice things and yada yada yada. And then he was like, this is all that this is a big deal. We have some money in the bank. We're gonna be good. She was like, $88,000 is nothing. Not when we have nothing coming in and panicking. And he's trying to like be a little bit more realistic and trying to like be a little bit more rational. She's panicking.
She's spawning nukes.
However, when she spawns nukes, she starts saying things like, well, maybe you should go find somebody else, or maybe you should find somebody that's more compatible. And he's like, you can't say that to me.
Girl.
Like, that's not fair.
Girl.
Get a grip.
Right. Like,
like,
girl,
like
please with
that's
all
not.
of
And if you
this.
keep saying that, you're gonna find me. You're gonna find a way where I am gonna be sick of you and leave. You know what I mean? So calm the down. But
Thank you.
anywho, she we're moving on. My favorite part of the whole episode
Mm-hmm.
because white women fighting is I see why like there's a reason why like Real Housewives is so successful
Mm-hmm.
because white women arguing is pure entertainment
I
to
see
me.
the appeal. You know, I stay away from all the housewives and stuff,
Now,
but this was,
so do I.
this
But
was,
this was it was satisfying.
mm-hmm.
And what was interesting was the fact that I didn't disagree with either one of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh, it's a
Mm-hmm.
draw."
Mm-hmm. I was like, I mean, everybody's making points. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's what happened, right? They have a white barbecue in the backyard where they tell his family that they're moving to France.
Mm-hmm.
Now he she wanted Manon wanted to tell his family as soon as this all happened. She's like, I'm open. Me and my family come with our titties out, and no secrets. Maybe we overshare, but it's all out in the damn open.
Mm-hmm.
Him, not so much.
Right.
He would tell them the day of if he could.
Yeah.
But they go in the backyard 2 weeks before they leave. And they're like, hey, we're moving to France, Marseille, oui, bonjour, bonjour.
Sold our house.
And sold our house. Can't sell our car, though. We're still figuring it out. Yeah. Now, his sister-in-law, Sarah, a white woman with red hair and a bob, has questions about all of this. Right. Yeah. And she's asking the hard-hitting questions because everybody's kind of in shock and try to make light of it and be like, boo, you're leaving. Oh. But she's like, now, wait a minute. Now, last time we talked, meaning you and me, Manon, y'all said wasn't good. I'm just concerned that this move is a Band-Aid to cover up a bullet hole. It is very clear that even in this argument that they've had some sort of disagreement, things haven't been good in a minute.
Right.
And so Anthony's kind of going back with her like, no, this is for us. We're doing this for us. This is a family decision. We came together and yada, 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 and fine. But Sarah was like, I'm calling though, because again, we had a conversation, Manon, and what did you say?
You said you hate his guts and he stinks and his feet smell and you ready to be done with him. And Manon is like, I did not say all of that. And then Manon turned around and was like, well, I said that to you in the heat of frustration.
And even then, now you're weaponizing a private conversation in front of the entire family.
And you saw where her husband was like, chill out, because you can tell Sarah is generally the one asking hard-hitting questions. Probably so much so to the point where it's like, this is none of your business. And
yeah, she definitely has a podcast.
Absolutely. And there's family concern. And then there's line stepping. And it got to the point of line stepping. And Manon had enough. And Manon said, you know what? Get the out of my house. And that's where I was like, I liked you from jump.
Queen.
I liked you from jump. I was like, even in your irrationalities. I enjoy you, but that really sealed the deal. I love
your big beautiful friend self.
Yeah, yes, I really do. I love your big beautiful friend self. But she was like, you know what? Yeah,
get out.
Get the out. Get the out. You're not gonna be talking to me like that in a place that I'm living in and own for the next 2 weeks. Like, you just not.
Yeah, right. Regardless if you right or not, don't talk to me like
you not. Everybody. So Sarah had to get the out.
Now, this is a twist, though, because we never had a couple where they're going back to a country. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they have met before. No, because she's already living in America when she met him.
Yeah.
So, because all of this has happened very quickly. They've only been together for 4 years.
3 years. 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And all of this has happened.
Or married for 3 years. You're right. They've probably been together 4 years. But, a decent little amount of time, but not enough if she has really shifted her life American side and not been back and all of those kind of things. So, but I'm not sure because they weren't super clear about that. So we will see what happens with them and what develops. And that was it for this particular episode. We're going to meet everybody else in the coming weeks.
Yeah, but we started off strong, and I'm excited.
Can't wait.
We'll see you next time. Bye.